Deck the halls with boughs of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel.
Hello, today's Thursday, 21st December 2017, and this is Vlogmas. I've already been hitting the mince pies today, and we're nearly at Christmas. Only 4 more days to go. So in tonight's Vlogmas, I'm going to bring to you another iconic game that spanned PCs and consoles. It's an older title, but it was iconic for a reason, and I bring you Grand Theft Auto 4. Right at the time of Saints Row 2 in April 2008, Grand Theft Auto 4 released for the Xbox 360, other consoles and the PC. This was the 11th title in the GTA series, and we took a return to Liberty City. We had a single player mode where a player could progress through the game and freely roam around 3 main islands playing as Nico Bellic. It also had 2 spin-offs later on in the development of the game called The Lost and the Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony. Both of these spin-offs were downloadable add-ons that tied into the main plot of the story and brought in a lot of new characters. At the time, this was the fastest selling grossing game product on the market. This smashed absolute huge sales figures, and it was highly acclaimed and renowned all over the world. It was at the time dubbed the greatest video game ever, but later on, when Saints Row 2 was compared against Grand Theft Auto 4, a lot of people thought that Saints Row 2 was actually the better game because it was more fun to play. The problem with Grand Theft Auto is that it can become a little monotonous, and it was almost like a daily grind of life. There was a lot of missions and boring side stories that had to be completed, or side jobs to progress through the story and to get to one of the main cutscenes. Like Saints Row 2, decisions in the game influenced what happened, and in GTA 4 you actually had choices that directly affected the game, keeping people alive or killing them. And this game created quite a lot of controversy. It was called the murdering game because that's what you did a lot of. But it was meant to reflect the Eastern European, person turning up in Liberty City and dealing and getting in with the wrong characters, the mafia and other gangsters and things. And to come into this game and not expect that level of violence and seediness was a bit, naive, you could say. It's an 18 rated game, and anyway, we're not going to get into that. It's quite obviously people who are under the 18 we're going to be playing this because that's what they want to do. Unfortunately, this is right around the time when I had my first children, and it put me off playing this, to be honest. The reason being, it's got Grand Theft Auto, you have to invest so much time into it. These are very big titles and there's a lot to them. And if you're a casual player, you're not really going to gel with a story. It's not something you can do a bit, go back to a couple of weeks later, because you really need to hit these head on and keep pounding and pounding and pounding. And it's that grind that people have complained about. And to me, that's an issue. And it's a shame, but I will never forget first putting this on and being in your room and switching on the TV. And the TV in your room was just like watching the TV in real life. And at the time I was absolutely astounded that I was playing a game, watching TV in a game for real. It's odd. In Grand Theft Auto, the car physics are a lot more realistic, and the vehicles are a lot more realistic, but you don't have the customization levels that you have in Saints Row 2. That was one of the best and fun parts of Saints Row 2. You could pimp your vehicle or pimp your ride exactly how you wanted it. In Grand Theft Auto, they're pretty much whatever car you steal or whatever car you get's the colour it is. I think story-wise, this has got a lot more going to it than Saints Row 2. But again, that story grinds and takes a long time. It's iconic as well because this spawned GTA 5, and I've yet to play GTA 5. I've yet to play this, so GTA 5 is on the really rainy day list. I'm going to slowly get back into games, over the coming months and years, and this is definitely a title I want to visit because I have sorely missed out by not playing it. But then again, I did play Saints Row 2, and I wholly fully like that. Graphically, it's probably old and past its time now, but at the time it looked really good and it played really well. So tonight I've brought you Grand Theft Auto 4 because in my opinion this was the groundbreaking Grand Theft Auto in the series, and it's led to where we are today. And if you've never really looked at this game, I really suggest picking it up and getting the 2 add-on packs, The Lost and the Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony, because it all ties into it. This is one that you can't really miss, and I think is iconic because it put Grand Theft Auto on the map to where it is today. So that has been today's Vlogmas for Thursday, 21st December 2017. I will definitely see you again tomorrow in the next one.